So earlier this week, WWE has settled a $39 million lawsuit that was filed earlier this year over its relationship with Saudi Arabia. The suit was filed by the City of Warren Police and Fire Retirement System, which alleged that the company made, and I quote, false and misleading statements regarding their relationship with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. WWE's whopping $39 million payout involved includes the plaintiff's attorney's fees and their expenses, as well as settlement costs. Over this, I don't have a whole lot to say about this other than the fact that clearly WWE is not, I don't think they are too proud or too disappointed at the same time to be in this relationship with the Saudi government, as it makes them, in one aspect of it, it makes them look heartless and pure insensitive to other sponsors and lacking any sense of awareness towards the rest of the world with everything going on there. Though they are proud enough to still be in this partnership with the Saudi government and happily take hundreds of millions of dollars from them. That's all the reason for them to have an incentive to do business with a country like that, who over the past few years have had more than their fair share of negative press and attention and publicity. It would not surprise me at all to see the promotion involved in a whole lot more lawsuits from other parties and sponsors of theirs that are also being misled by the partnership between the company and Saudi Arabia.
What I would say is with the deal with the Saudi Arabia, the police. I'm sorry, what is that police shit again? What is that?
Warren Police.
That's a stupid name. but with the
hopefully nobody listening is from there, so you won't get offended by that.
It's still a stupid name. Anyway, with the Warren Police Department, you could say WWE is a little shady in this one, but what company isn't shady? You feel me? But like that, they didn't tell everything towards them in terms of the deal with Saudi Arabia. They were really private with their own type of deal in terms of being exclusive to each other instead of spreading out the news in terms of the deal. Is really shady. It's pretty much. I also don't have a lot of things to say about this, but it just goes to show you how much of a low key, a corrupt business, the way how WWE handles things towards its wrestlers and obviously other endorsement deals and stuff like that. So that's pretty much all I got to say about that. WWE shady as it is. We still watch it, not gonna lie to you. I ain't debating about that. But just for me as a fan, but in terms of the business aspect, I'm like, yo, they've been doing this for years. So technically this isn't really a surprise for me per se, in terms of how they conduct business.
Like when it comes to business, WWE is like very cutthroat and stuff like that. So it's not only the settlement they have to do with the Warren Police, they also have other settlements like further down the line about the unionizing superstars. So that's one thing on top of another thing, and then on top of another thing, whatever happens in the future. So yes, I don't have that much to say about this as well. Like this goes to show about the deal that you make with any business ventures. Since they were misleading information with the Warren Police, this goes to show like how shady and sneaky WWE is on the down low, especially when you're making business ventures with another country or another business and so on and so forth. So it's like this is kind of fucked up on WWE's part by not telling them everything after when a couple of years ago you signed like a 10-year contract with Saudi Arabia saying like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, so on and so forth. And then this happens like, oh, we didn't tell you everything that you needed to know, but it's none of your business. So we're going to keep it to ourselves. And because of,
Go ahead, Richard. Go ahead. I just want to add something.
And because of that, it's like karma's a bitch, because I'm like, if you don't, it's like saying like, I tell like Ricardo has his own business, I have my own business, I partner with him, but I'm not telling you everything that you really need to know or you're gonna get, and I keep it to myself. Like that's not how business works. If you're going to work side by side with another business, everything has to be not only 50-50, but everything needs to be equally shared.
Well, at least like from the sponsors end of it and other partnerships that are like that are on the outside looking in.
Exactly.
I would say this though. every week, I'm just gonna end it right here. Right? Every week when we go over something that's happening with the WWE, it's always something that has to do on the business aspects of them, right? In terms of how they handle their stars, in terms of contract deals, in terms of settlements like this, in terms of having beef with Andrew Yang, in terms of a myriad of things. Each time something happens, it shows how WWE's trustworthiness towards a lucrative deal, either towards a country or any type of endorsement, is very and highly questionable due to their actions, due to their recent events on how they conduct business within themselves, right? So it goes to show you that like WWE hasn't been the company that everyone dreams to work with for years, and they need to realize that. So people needs to watch their backs in terms of how they conduct business with WWE in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, that's we've got what we got to say about this. And to close it off there, you know, like I said earlier, would not surprise me at all in the slightest to see WWE get involved in a lot more lawsuits from other outside partnerships and sponsors that are looking in on this relationship, because this relationship is very very bad for them in the long run in terms of their perception and the reputation that's the public sees in them. So that's what they got to deal with if they don't look to terminate it very soon. And with that, welcome to episode 45 of the Wrestling Hypothesis podcast, here for your Sunday, November 22nd, 2020. Hope everyone listening is doing very well. I'm the ABA, of course. Joining me as always is Richard.
Hello, everyone.
And Ricardo.
What's up, man?
Yep, what's going on, guys? Hopefully the King and Tara, they're able to join us sometime soon. Who knows? Like, we'll I guess they'll join us in whenever they feel like it or whenever they're free to do so.
We don't need
but
a
until
king
then,
up in here.
You don't need what?
King. We don't need a king up in here.
Yeah, or the alternative King and Tara, as she dubbed herself the other week.
Oh, please.
And her aspect is queen, but whatever.
Exactly. But it's okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
Eventually they'll definitely show up in this show. I'm pretty confident they will. They will show up.
Pretty confident, yeah.
Eventually.
But we'll see. Business as usual, guys. As everyone knows listening, this podcast is available to listen to on various different platforms out there, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Breaker, RadioPublic, Google Podcasts, and our own YouTube channel. If you guys subscribe to us on YouTube already, you'll know that a new episode of Extra went live on there this past week. That was episode 15, where there we talked about the Kenny Omega-Jon Moxley feud and the title match being made official for the December 2nd episode of Dynamite next week, and how they can go about it. We also gave our thoughts on Triple H proclaiming that Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre could potentially reach the levels of Stone Cold and The Rock and their iconic rivalry in the Attitude Era.
I would say this. When we put up that poll on our IG post, it was 50-50.
50-50,
right?
even
people,
split. Yep.
People were the people that were on my side. You joined the right squad, right? I really appreciate y'all. The people that joined that said yes, y'all were smoking something. I don't know what the fuck y'all were thinking, but like the people that
they checked that episode, they heard our logic.
The people,
it made sense to them.
Shut up. But the people that joined my side, they know wrestling, right? They know wrestling.
Yeah, on a surface
and the people that sided with Kenny, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. But like, but that poll, I'm really happy that everyone voted. Shout out to y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Continue to vote on our IG polls. Continue to vote on them.
Sure.
We would appreciate the participation, getting everyone involved in the community. So
facts.
We had differing opinions on the subject, as you heard Ricardo say. So if you're interested to hear any of those discussions, please check out episode 15 of Extra. We also posted it not just exclusively on YouTube, but every other platform that we're available on, as a nice treat for everybody.
To be honest with you, Abba, I think that we should make that more of a thing now. Like whatever, depending on the high conversation, and depending on the hot conversation, I think you should I think y'all should
if it's a nice juicy topic, we can do something like that. Yeah.
And we made a few extra episodes that should be on the podcast, like the Adam Cole and Finn Balor discussion. You should definitely. I'm being serious. I really think you should post that. Right? If you still have that, I think you should post that. And
okay,
the people,
no promises, but I'll see what I can do.
And my people will side on me on this one, based on that. And seriously, you better post. Shut up, Abba. Yeah, I see your face. But like
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, shut up. But you better post that, because he knows what I'm talking about, right? He knows what I'm talking about. He look at him rolling his eyes and shit. Screw you, right? Post that shit, okay?
Okay. Sheesh. Ricardo's going on a tangent here today. Oh man.
And we didn't even start yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm holding it down.
You're holding it down. Yeah, we're not done. I don't think we're exactly done with the arguments on this episode.
Never. You see the police sirens in your background? They're coming to arrest your ass for your controversial bullshit.
Yeah, probably so. So like I said, episode 15 of Extra, you guys can check it out. It's available every other platform that we're available on, not just YouTube, as a nice treat for you guys, as a way for better reachability on your end. So go and do that. If you're listening via Apple Podcasts, please be sure to give us a star rating, as well as some thoughts on what you think of our show. Any feedback, of course, is much appreciated from our end. And if you haven't done so already, you can check out any of our older episodes in the archives using any of the platforms I mentioned earlier, as well as visiting our own website, anchor.fm/wrestling-hypothesis. Moving on with the rest of the show now, Survivor Series will be taking place tomorrow night under the WWE promotion, of course. They're one of their big four events, one of the biggest, the longest running pay-per-view events, since over 30 years ago in the 80s. So, and as we know, one of the key matches we're all looking forward to is the WWE champion Drew McIntyre against the Universal champion Roman Reigns. Now, I feel like we do need to tackle this because it's not necessarily an extension, but it kind of is on what we discussed on Extra earlier this week about the importance and the kind of feud that these two can have when they do eventually cross paths besides this match tomorrow night, and having a true rivalry. So I got to ask, for this first match under this current incarnation of how McIntyre and Reigns are, we see them nowadays, do you guys feel, or rather, who do you guys think needs the win more at their first match at Survivor Series tomorrow night? McIntyre or Reigns?
I got McIntyre.
Okay.
I got McIntyre, and here's why. McIntyre, yes, he just regained the WWE Championship, right? But as of right now, we're not looking at him as a worthy champion because he fought Randy Orton multiple times as the only true legitimate opponent he's ever had as WWE champion.
Since he won it.
Right. No, duh, Richard.
What?
Anyway. In terms of McIntyre needs to win more because for him, he needs validation. He needs validation for him as a world champion, for us fans to view him as a world champion in terms of his status. For Roman Reigns, I feel like for him, even if he loses, he still wins. Because he's the tribal chief. It's like what he said yesterday on SmackDown. It's like what he said yesterday on SmackDown. We've been watching him for years. We know he's number one right now. Even if he loses, he's still number one due to his status as the tribal chief, how he conducts himself. And come on, y'all. Do you honestly think even if he loses, you got Paul Heyman next to you? You still think you lost? In terms of status, Abba, yes or no? In terms of status, if Roman Reigns loses, do you still think we view him as number two or number one?
Not all of a sudden with one more loss.
Exactly.
I see your point. I see your point.
You feel me? Exactly. So in terms of McIntyre, he needs it. He needs this win more desperately than Roman Reigns. Because if McIntyre, let's say hypothetically he wins, I'm like, okay, he got a W. He got a W. But for him to win, he needs to convince us of why he needs to win. In terms of Roman Reigns, you know me. I don't have to question that man. That's the tribal chief. You got Paul Heyman on your side. You Gucci. I'm like you feel me? I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. What Roman Reigns said last night. Lord
Was
have
right on
mercy.
the
Right on the money. I ain't gonna
Oh,
hold
man.
you. I ain't gonna hold you. You be my favorite number 2. I was like, damn. I was like, and you see, and that promo alone, valid and based on Drew McIntyre's body language, validates my point of why he needs to win more. Because he just sat there with a fucking smirk on his face as he's smiling. He's like, yeah, you right. I'm like, nigga, really? You kidding me? You gonna let him talk to you like that? This Drew McIntyre had no comeback
at all.
He had no comeback based on what he said. I was like, wow, this shows you need to win more than Roman Reigns. Because at the end of the day, if Roman Reigns loses, he still wins. So that goes to show you that who needs to win more based on that promo alone last night on SmackDown.
To add to what Ricardo said, I do agree that Drew McIntyre does need to win more because everything that Reigns said yesterday was right on the money. The last time, if you could recall it, the last time fans truly cared about Drew McIntyre was when he was on his way to get the championship around WrestleMania time. Now, since he's champion again, nobody's really caring about him being champion because he's being right now. Yeah, he's the main person on Raw to see. Yeah, but he hasn't really hit that mark in which I want to see Raw because of McIntyre. While on SmackDown, like how last week Roman said, like, nobody watches Raw. No one watches Raw. They watch SmackDown just to see me. And he's not wrong. So, and from the promos that he said, like, he definitely needs to win more. For McIntyre, he definitely needs to win more. It's just a matter of like what he's gonna bring to the table in this match prior to the match that they had before. Because the match that they had before, nobody really cared about at the time because one happened around when Roman Reigns came back. You're gonna say something?
No, like I think I'm gonna help you on what you're saying. So, Abba, what Richard's trying to say is that like McIntyre has to do something drastically different to convince us fans that he's a worthy champion. He has to do something that he's never done before against a top tier star in Roman Reigns. Right? It's almost like an equivalent, not in terms of I'm not comparing careers. Don't get me wrong. Right? But it's almost like you gotta prove it's like saying like it's like a regular WWE champion, like a regular one. Let's say it's a general WWE champion, right? Facing a world champion like John Cena. You gotta prove to him that like you are here. Understand? And it's the same thing with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has to prove to Roman Reigns and to us fans that he belongs in the WWE as WWE champion. If he messes this up at Survivor Series, his status will go down dramatically worse than it is right now.
That's what you have to say, Rich?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard all your points, and I'm going to have to agree. I do think that Drew McIntyre, as well, like you guys, needs to win more than Roman Reigns at their match tomorrow night at Survivor Series. Because, like, Roman didn't say anything that was necessarily wrong or out of the blue with what he mentioned on SmackDown last night in their contract signing segment for the match. Like, and honestly, Drew, like you guys said, Drew didn't have a comeback to anything that Roman said. Like, he kind of just took it and accepted it for what it was. I honestly think that if he loses this match, then, or at least we have a different outcome, like maybe an interference of some sort, which is likely to happen. I'm going to be honest, for their first match. I don't think we're going to get a clear-cut winner here, but we're talking on the likely scenario of who needs the win more. So if we're going by that, then Drew McIntyre absolutely needs to prove Roman wrong. He can't just take can't just take all the heat and the insults and all that kind of criticism about how he's the number 2 guy. You'll never be number 1. Like, you are what you are. You're second rate and and lose anyways.
I will say this though. In terms of Roman Reigns, what I love what he's doing. No, I'll take it back. Not Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman. What I'm loving what Paul Heyman is doing for Roman Reigns, he is teaching him how to become, every week, he is teaching him how to become more real, more authentic on the mic, due to his body language and actions. I love what Paul Heyman deserves a boatload of credit on what he's doing. Thank you for what he's doing for Roman Reigns. And I'm also gonna, because Kenny called it, and I'm giving him his props on this aspect, right? Paul Heyman can change the dynamic of any rivalry. I'm giving that to Kenny hands down. All right. Giving that to Kenny hands down, because like, I will never sleep on what Paul Heyman does for anybody. You shouldn't. Exactly. Right. But even though I still hold my gun, but I want to see this match with Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. This is a highly anticipated match, and I want to see how these two would work together, right? And to be honest with you, Abba, I am not counting the match that they had at WrestleMania when Roman Reigns was doing that Shield gimmick. No, nobody's counting that. Not even yourself. Okay, and you know it. Okay, I was there to see. I'm not counting that either. Right now, Abba, we are talking about 2 high-level elites, and Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre as 2 established wrestlers now, not the one last year that you and Kenny brought up. I'm not even giving you that one.
Right, they're their characters where they're most comfortable with right now.
Yes, exactly. This is the match that is must-see television. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the past 2 weeks that they've been hyping up this match has been money. You're not gonna get an argument from me about that. But if it comes down to is what Drew McIntyre is going to do differently compared to what he would do against a regular opponent. Because he's like, this ain't Randy Orton. This isn't a watered down Randy Orton back on. This isn't a watered down Randy Orton. This isn't 2009 Randy Orton. He's facing a Randy Orton that's on his last legs, honestly, almost near retirement. Because let me tell you something right now. If this was 2009 Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre wouldn't stand a chance. That nigga would not stand a chance. That's for damn sure. Right?
Remember, 2009 Orton, you had Legacy in your back pocket too, and shit like that.
Exactly. Drew McIntyre wouldn't stand a chance. But this is a different ball game. You got Roman Reigns as the tribal chief doing his business with Paul Heyman, and now for Drew McIntyre, he's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do about this guy? Because this is the first legitimate opponent he's had since Randy Orton. And now we gotta wait and see what he's gonna do different to the table. And also, I honestly feel like I honestly don't want this to happen. I mean, and I'm saying this, but keep your eyes on Brock Lesnar. Okay? Keep your eyes on Brock Lesnar. Okay? Remember when I say this, right? Because both of them, no, all 3 of them. I'm including Paul Heyman into this. All 3 of them has beef with Brock Lesnar, right? We will see how it goes down. To be honest with you, I don't want Brock Lesnar to show up because I want to see the match entirely. I'm being honest with you. I want to see the match from start to finish. But if Brock Lesnar shows up, I'm also not going to be surprised about that. So people, don't be surprised if Brock Lesnar shows up at Survivor Series. All right?
I wouldn't be surprised with that either, because whether or not it's Lesnar or somebody else, but because honestly, like this is their first match under their current incarnations of their gimmicks. So it's like where that's going to be the biggest thing they're going to be, the biggest character shift they're going to be involved in, McIntyre and Roman. So I feel like they'll give us a taste. This is their first real match like under that kind of stipulation. Then this is going to be their first match, and this is going to be a case of like they're going to give us a small taste of what they are truly capable of, and the rivalry that could project them into superstardom for real, you know. And I feel that if as a result of that, they're not gonna give us a lot. They're not gonna give us too much in their back pocket of what they're capable of. So that's why I feel like there will be some sort of fuck finish or interference involved. Whether or not it's Lesnar, I'm not sure. So we'll have to wait and see.
We'll see what happens.
There you go. Moving on here, let's talk about Survivor Series, the pay-per-view, and the concept as a whole. So, as I said earlier, Survivor Series has been a tradition since, I believe, 1988 or 1989. Yeah, it was around that time, the late 80s, where it first became a thing under the WWF banner at the time. And since in the history of the event, we've never seen a shortage of the traditional Survivor Series elimination matches. A lot of great matches and moments, a lot of great debuts, a lot of memorable stuff. But at the same time, we've seen some not so great stuff but with those matches. So to ask you guys this, in the spirit of it being Survivor Series weekend, I'm sure people want to know what is the greatest traditional Survivor Series elimination match in your guys' opinions?
I want to go first.
Who wants to start?
Rich,
I'll go first.
Okay, Rich wants to go first.
Rich, go ahead.
So because I literally had to prepare for this discussion because I literally had to watch like past Survivor Series to know this. But if I have to pick one, Survivor Series 2003, Team Austin against Team Bischoff. Okay, it's been since April 20. For those who don't remember, I'm gonna give you a little history lesson. April 28th, 2003 was when this entire rivalry started. The minute that Linda McMahon announced Stone Cold Steve Austin as the new co-GM of Raw, Ricardo was hype as fuck when that happened. Okay, so from that point on, it's been building since April up until that point. Team of 5, Austin has Shawn Michaels, the Dudleys, the Dudleys, Mark Henry, and
Mark Henry was not on Austin's team. That's where he lost. Okay, it was the Dudleys. I got you. Since I'm an Austin fan, it was the Dudleys. It was Shawn Michaels. It was RVD and Booker T.
All right. Okay, fine. I'm wrong. Whatever.
You're dead wrong. Put respect on my boy's name.
Okay, fine.
Shame on you.
Whatever. But the build towards that match.
He's not going to let you hear the end of it.
Build towards that match. Not only that, the match itself plus JR's commentary when Shawn Michaels was 3 against 1, and when it was the last week was Jericho, Orton, and I think Christian.
Yeah, Christian was in the match.
JR went ape shit, yo. He said, "Hey, we're not dying. Let's go!" Like, but that build to that match was fantastic. That was match of the night in 2003 for that particular Survivor Series, and it was great.
Next time when you want to pick an Austin match, know your fucking history, boy.
Oh, okay, fine, whatever.
Know your history. But I am not mad that you chose that match because during that time, bro, I was on the edge of my seat. I was sweating bullets. At 2003, how old? I was 7 years old.
No,
At 7 years,
just turned 9.
9, whatever. Right. At 9 years old, I was sweating bullets. I'm like, yo, Austin better not lose, right? But great pick, Richard. For me, Abba, this was my all-time. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown in Survivor Series 2005. That's my favorite. Let me tell you something right now. That was literally, and so I don't care. I would challenge anybody on this. That was the greatest Survivor Series match of all time. I don't care what anybody says. The build was money. The commentary between both Raw and SmackDown was must see. The commentary was so much into the match, just as much as JR was into the match with Stone Cold with Team Austin versus Team Bischoff. Like you got Michael Cole and Taz talking trash to Team Raw, Joey Styles, King, and Coachman. Stuff like that. And on Team SmackDown, I ain't gonna hold you. Team SmackDown had a squad. You had Orton, you had Batista, you got Mysterio, JBL, and Lashley. What?
Versus that was around
don't cut me off. This is my match. Okay. Like this is then you had Shawn Michaels. This is Shawn Michaels. You had Chris Masters, you had Carlito, and as a team, Kane and Big Show was a beast in their prime. Lord have mercy. That match was must-see television. And that match had the edge of my seat. Bro, that was the greatest Survivor Series match, 5-on-5 of all time. And I dare challenge anybody to pick that match against me. I dare you. If someone picks that match against me, I will school you. I will fucking school you.
You would school someone if they had the same match as you?
No, I would school someone if they said that was not the greatest Survivor Series match of all time. I will dead ass school you.
Because
whoever doesn't choose that match, and Richard, I'm picking yours as the exception because I'm not mad at you for picking that match. But besides Richard's pick, if anyone chooses that match, but if anyone doesn't choose my choice, your breath is smelling like Similac. You're wet behind it, and you don't know shit. Let me tell you something right now. That was the greatest Survivor Series match of all time.
Right. Okay.
Better be careful.
Yeah, he's looking at me. Mr. I'm not. Hey, dude. Who would I be if not Mr. Controversy?
Hold up. So. Richard, mute your mic because this is close your ears for this one. And this. Kids, if you're watching this, close your ears. But Abba, you fucking bastard. If you do not choose this match as the greatest Survivor Series match of all time, I will fucking kick your ass the next time I see you. Okay? You better be careful on what you say. Okay? I'm not gonna say a word. Okay? Go ahead.
Tara's here.
I am here. I am so sorry. I had a job interview. And
my sister, it's all good. You handled your business, and I respect that. I don't see your face though.
And then no, because it was like an all. I'm gonna look pretty, and then I'm gonna be on.
Okay. And actually, Tara, you came at the right time because we're discussing what is your best 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Ricardo picked Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. My brand won in 2005. I picked Team Bischoff against Team Austin.
I was just gonna say that.
Which one?
Team Bischoff versus Austin.
You can't go wrong with that. That's a great match.
I love the drama. I love.
Look, I'm not mad at Richard's pick and Tara's pick, but I'm watching Abba, and I'm waiting for him. Okay, I'm waiting for him. So, listen. What is your favorite match? Go ahead. I'm listening. Richard,
I don't think you're gonna hate it. I don't think you'll have a problem with my pick.
Go ahead. What is it?
Okay. The greatest Survivor Series elimination match of all time is Team WWF versus Team Alliance Survivor Series.
I am mad at that one.
Ricardo, we said that's yesterday.
Come on.
Mad at that one either.
Come on, guys.
But let me tell you something.
What's Kenny's pick?
No, Kenny's the king isn't here. But Abba, I'm not mad at that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not mad at that one.
I didn't think you would be.
However,
okay, I'm not done.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, let me give you the back. Let me give the backstory.
Sure.
Then you can rip me apart as best, or at least attempt to, as best you
can. I will. Go ahead. Because
you see, attempt to. Okay.
You see. I think the fans love it when I get on Abba for his blasphemous picks. Because I do it for the fans. I'm a man of the people. I'm the Haitian sensation. I do it for them. You see my girl right here is disagreeing with me. All right. See my girl right here is disagreeing with me, all, but it's all good. Right. But
Right.
you go ahead, you say what you gotta say, and then I'll come right back at you.
So
Pause.
with my pick, with my pick, this was the culmination of months of the infamous invasion angle, where former WCW and ECW talent invaded the WWF after those companies went out of business earlier on in 2001, and Vince McMahon bought out their talent's contracts. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. The invasion angle could have been so much better and more memorable for the right reasons than what we actually got in execution, which was really just another McMahon family angle in the grand scheme of things, with Shane running WCW and Stephanie in charge of the ECW crew. The biggest names from WCW also refused to appear for WWF. Instead, they felt it better to just sit at home on their asses and wait out their existing contracts to expire, like Hulk Hogan, Sting, Ric Flair, Scott Steiner, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Goldberg, and so on. Those bigger names could have done huge wonders for this angle. I mean, it wouldn't have been perfect still because the booking was just in complete disarray, but it would have stood a legitimate threat to the WWF invasion angle than what we got. Instead, we got a whole bunch of mid-card and lower talent from the promotion, and they ended up having the stars from WWF join the alliance, like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Kurt Angle, which honestly, I don't think anybody would have first hoped for that. Like, you would want the legitimate top guys from each of the three promotions to, represent their own legitimate promotions that they're from. So they were part of Team Alliance, along with Booker T, Rob Van Dam, and Shane McMahon in this match. Team WWF consisted of Rock, Chris Jericho, Undertaker, Kane, and The Big Show. The match itself was incredible, and we had Rock and Austin in the final stretch of the match, which, believe me, is nothing to complain about. That's always a great thing. With Rock eventually winning it for Team WWF to prevail, and the alliance was officially disbanded, marking a complete end to that invasion angle. And in my opinion, it is the greatest Survivor Series traditional match that we've had up to this point.
Great pick. You're wrong. Let me tell you something. let me tell you something though.
You're such a hater.
Let me tell you something.
He is.
Look. I'm being realistic. Abba said it himself that it could have been way better. And Richard can back me up what I'm about to say. And I think Tara would agree too.
What?
I'm about to say it.
What you about to say?
If Team WCW/ECW had a legitimate five, I honestly think WWF would have lost. Right?
No, hands down. That's not even.
I'm talking about like NWO, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Hulk Hogan, Goldberg, and Sting. That's a five right there.
Exactly.
Okay? If I have to pick Team WWF, a better version of Team WWF, the Brothers Destruction still stays. They stay, right? The Rock stays, right? That's three. I would have put Austin in there, and I would have put Triple H in there. That's would have been the greatest match, a Survivor Series match of all time.
Not even that. To add to your point. No, to add to your point.
What is it, Richard?
Austin, Rock, Triple H, Kane, and Taker, the pillars of the Attitude Era, right there.
Exactly.
Yes, no question.
Right there. That would have been seriously the greatest team WWE has ever assembled.
Oh,
ever.
No question. Because my boy's the leader. All right, but my boy's the leader.
Yeah, that's why. Go ahead.
It is. Richard's right. Richard knows that. Austin's the leader. Okay, he was like. Did you hear the pop when remember when Austin was like within his fucking feelings? And I'm not gonna front. That pissed me off when that happened. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, man, the fuck up, right? But like when he was in his feelings, and when he came back to Team WWF, he was in the most box office attraction. Way even at a point, it was even higher when he was in the Attitude Era. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? But that's more of a better team aspect. But based on the points that you just said, Abba, it could have been better. It should have been better, but it wasn't. My team was. My choice was. Team Survivor Series, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. That's the greatest Survivor Series match of all time. But like I said, I am mad about your pick. Tara and Richard, I'm not mad about your pick. I really wish Kenny was here. I want to hear his squad and stuff like that. but it's all good. I ain't mad about yours, Abba. I ain't mad about yours, Richard. I ain't mad about yours, Tara.
Though you
Tara,
low-key probably are with my pick.
Yeah, because yours is like you're like out there, okay? But because sometimes
I feel like you just get on my shit because just for the sake of it, you know.
Bro, it's for the people. It's for the people.
Well,
okay?
There you go.
It's for the people. You cannot have someone like you, Abba, have controversial picks and not have me get on you for that, okay? But like I said, yours is not too controversial. I'm giving you a break here, okay? I'm giving you a break.
Thank you, bro.
for now, right? But any other controversial? But shut up, Richard. But any other controversial pick that you pick later, I'm gonna get on you about that. Now let's move on. Our own Survivor Series teams, and my team will mop the floor out of your teams. Whoever picks, and I'm dead last. I'm last on that one. So Abba,
So this topic, yeah, I got it. So moving on here with the Survivor Series discussions, guys. It's a great transition, a great segue into from what our favorite traditional Survivor Series 5-man elimination matches were to our own dream teams, coming up with our own 5 names for our ideal dream team for Survivor Series, going up against any other team out there that anyone else could imagine. So let's begin with our dream Survivor Series team. I'll go first. So my dream Survivor Series team to go up against any team out there is Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, John Cena, and The Undertaker.
Who's the leader?
The leader would be Austin.
Did you say that's a Ricardo wouldn't cut your ass?
No, I genuinely feel out of those names, it would actually no. You can't go wrong with anybody being a leader for that team. But if I had to pick one, it would be Austin. Ultimately. So that's my dream Survivor Series team. Because honestly, the names I really thought of the most before I let anyone else go ahead with their teams, Randy Orton, it's a no-brainer. This guy is literally Mr. Survivor Series. That's literally what his reputation is up to this point in his career. So, and it's going to take a while before somebody else comes along and takes that mantle from him. And as for Shawn Michaels, he is number 2. He is right behind Orton as being like the true Survivor Series wrestler, the wrestler that encapsulates everything about the event. So I'm going to have him. He's on there as well. Steve Austin, Cena, Taker, they were less thought out, but I ultimately went with them because I feel like they'll give me as strong a team as any out there. So that's my Survivor Series team.
For me, so for me, I will say my 5 is Brock Lesnar. I will also say Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. For team captain, anyone could be team captain, but I will also pick Austin as team captain.
I need Ricardo to go because I need to think about the analytics of all this.
Okay. This nigga had Triple H on his team. What the fuck is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with having Triple H on the team.
Oh, shut up. Your team makes no sense. It's blasphemous, but Abba's team was better. Abba's team was better. But yours, so Richard.
It's all of our personal opinions team, like just hypothetical teams. So
Triple H?
So
nigga, what? Okay.
Well, he's a Triple H stan of this whole of any of us in the group. So there you go.
I don't care.
We needed somebody.
Let me tell you something. What, you know what? Whatever. My team. I really wanted to go last on this one, but Carol wants to go last, but I respect it. Come on. My boy Austin's in that shit. You know that. Right? I got Austin. I got Rock. I got Shawn Michaels. I also have Randy Orton. But I also need that muscle, right? I can't believe I'm about to say this. I got Braun Strowman in my team. You see what? You know why? The past, how many times have you been in Survivor Series? 3 years? 3 years.
Be the fourth.
It's about to be 5. It's about to be 5.
Wow,
tomorrow
5.
night.
I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. Every team needs that muscle. You feel me? Who in the blue hell and both of y'all teams could take out Braun Strowman? That nigga is bigger than the Big Show. He's stronger than the Big Show. He's way stronger than Taker and Kane combined. Okay? Who's taking that nigga out?
I said Brock Lesnar.
Mark Henry.
Brock Girl, please. Girl, please. You said Mark Henry. Girl, let me tell you something right now.
Chocolate. That's sexual.
Sexual chocolate. There you go.
Let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something. I got Shawn Michaels. I got Austin. I got Orton, and I got Braun Strowman. Who's beating my squad?
Sexual chocolate.
Girl, shut up. With your sexual chocolate. You know what? What's your team? What's your team? Let me hear your team. Oh, and obviously,
Dude, I'm sorry. Dude.
Obviously, team captain, obviously it's Austin, because we all recognize that Austin is the best leader of all time in WWE. But go ahead.
I would say for my team, it is Austin, Rock, Edge. Yes, Edge, you know he's in it. Win it.
I've been slapping at Ricardo's reaction to that.
And then I'm gonna go with Jeff because you need an aerial.
Who? Wait, who?
Jeff Hardy. I need a
Jeff Hardy's in your team?
Yeah. But I need someone that's more so aerial. I got my backstabbing.
I'm sorry. Wait, is that your whole team? That was your whole team, or you got one more?
I literally said 4 people. Jesus Christ, can you relax?
I can't. You said Jeff Hardy.
And then who can my last person be?
I don't know. You got Jeff Hardy. That's a problem.
How's that a problem?
I'm explaining why. Finish.
Yeah. Go with find a last member for your team.
Who did I say so far? Rock.
You said Rock. You said Rock, Austin, Jeff Hardy, and Edge. She said Edge. Like
Triple H.
Ricardo's face is saying like your team
whoa. I got this. Whoa. Let me tell you something right now.
Yeah.
No, because his face is saying,
shut up, like, Richard. Shut up. Wait, hold up. My sister.
Yes.
I honestly thought Abba was gonna get me tight. I respect it's your opinion, Tara.
Yes.
But I gotta get on your team.
Go.
How the fuck you put Jeff Hardy on your team? Okay, your team, honestly, out of the 4 of us, is the weakest. Okay.
Why?
Like, look, I got Shawn Michaels, Austin, Rock, Randy Orton, and Braun Strowman. Abba, repeat your team. Just repeat your team. Just do it.
Dude, she knows the team.
Just do it.
Oh my god. Okay. Michaels, Orton, Austin, Cena, Taker.
Okay, Richard, say your team.
Rock, Austin, Michaels, Triple H.
Now, Tara, say your team again. Watch this, y'all. Say your team. Tara, say your team.
Stone Cold, Edge. How is that? How's that bad? Jeff Hardy and fucking Triple H.
Your team is the first one out the door. Let me tell you something right now.
No,
There's not one person. Yes, it is. Yes,
Jeff
it is.
Hardy's
yes,
literally went against half of that roster. Like, how is that?
And lost to everyone in the roster. Let me tell you something right now.
But they lost to him as well. Like
you said you need a miracle. There's no miracle in the name of Jeff Hardy combined with the miracle in terms of a Randy Orton or a Shawn Michaels. Okay?
Yes, there is. Oh my!
Jeff Hardy in terms of Survivor Series.
Shawn Michaels isn't even that big.
Jeff Hardy, in terms of, I love Jeff Hardy. He's one of my all-time
But
favorites.
Shawn
He's in my.
Michaels is not
Hold up.
even that big. If you're talking based off of strength and all that stuff, Shawn Michaels is not even that big.
Survivor Series?
No, she's
Are you
talking
kidding
about
me?
As far
strength.
as
Dude,
matches,
she's talking about pure strength.
But this is Survivor Series we're talking about. Survivor Series. Are you going to say that? Shawn Michaels? I want Shawn Michaels on my team any day of the week in Survivor Series. And
I
Randy
feel
Orton.
like Shawn Mike. Let's be real. Let's be real. If we're
Let's be real.
if we taking out reminiscence and stuff like that, Shawn Michaels is a great memory, but there are people that surpassed him, baby. There are people that surpassed him.
Where's the wine?
Big.
Pass it around.
My girlfriend is like, this is Tara's. My girlfriend is like, oh, this is Tara Liz. This is my girl's list. I'm like, so. Yes, you did. You
Exactly, because you know that they're just trying to go off of memories. You're trying to go off of mother effing memories. I don't.
First of all, it's not memories. We got facts. We got facts. Abba got facts on my boy Shawn Michaels. Rich got facts on my boy Shawn Michaels. And Randy Orton.
He's led a great career during the time.
But we're talking about Survivor Series. In a match, I want Survivor Series. I want Shawn Michaels on my squad. I want Randy Orton on my squad. As the two sole survivors. And you said miracles? Shawn Michaels could give me a miracle any day of the week. Okay? In terms of Jeff Hardy, I don't know about him. Jeff Hardy hasn't had that much miracles in terms of Survivor Series, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know. I feel like it's a great
area. And you said Edge.
Because he's a backstab. I love it.
So basically, you have a person that's not even trustworthy in your own team.
But he did it first. But so is Randy Orton.
So is Randy Orton, dude.
Yeah.
Whoa. In terms of, wait, I got you. Oh, you said Randy Orton. Last time I checked, when it comes to Survivor Series, that nigga is a team player. He hasn't backstabbed once on the Survivor Series team. Not even once. He did it for
Edge, though?
Yes, yes.
At a Survivor Series team. Okay.
I don't trust Edge. I really don't trust Edge to the core.
And that's what makes him so great. He did it first. There is no one that can out-survive that man. You know what? He made, if there is one thing standing aside from cockroaches, it would be him, cockroaches and Edge, because Edge knows how to survive.
What? How the fuck does that mix?
She explained it.
I don't know how she came up with that analogy, but you know what? That's terrible. Who's your captain?
Who's my captain?
Yes.
Ooh.
Ricardo's face to say it. If
you better not say Edge.
Wait, let's hear it.
No, it's honestly hard between. Honestly.
You better not say Edge.
Dude, just let her say it.
Oh, it's so hard. I feel like I have 3 strong captains on my team.
On my team, anyone could be captain, honestly.
Same. I have 3 strong. I don't see Randy Orton as a captain, honestly. But I'm gonna say Stone Cold. But it's hard because it could have gone to Rock too, because Rock is like just as great. And then Triple H has great leadership as well. So
as Austin is El Capitán, okay? Austin is the captain of everyone's team, okay? I want that nigga as my leader. Austin's the leader of the whole shebang, okay? But your team is like, who? Let me ask you a question, Tara. Who's the muscle in your team?
Who's the muscle?
Because Richard and Abba got Taker. Right?
I never said Taker. Who you got?
I thought you had Taker in your team.
No, I said Lesnar, Triple H, Austin, Michaels, Rock. I have 2 muscles.
Richard, okay, who's your number 1 muscle, Richard? You got Lesnar, right? You would say it's Lesnar? Okay, Richard got Lesnar. Abba, you got Taker, right? As the muscle.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. No,
or
right?
Cena.
I'm asking.
Or Cena.
No, just give me one. Who is it? Cena or Taker?
Yeah,
it could be either of them.
Could, like, swap out for
give
Cena.
Me one, Abba.
Okay, Taker.
Tara, who's your muscle?
Damn, I forgot. I guess Triple H.
That's disgusting.
No. Or actually Rock.
Rock is your muscle?
Rock is a pretty big boy.
Can I say something right now, please? Hold on. Let me say something. Tara, you see how in my team I picked Lesnar, Rock, Austin, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. The reason why I put Rock in the team and now the team captain is because out of everyone in that team, Rock has more speed than everybody else. For Austin, he's technical. Lesnar, he's a powerhouse, and Austin and Triple H is low-key, is also technical. Rock, I got him for speed. For Rock being on your team as the muscle, I can't count that.
Why? He's a pretty big guy.
She got no muscle on his. She got no muscle on her team.
I don't know. I don't know. I like my team. I think my team could. I feel like WWE has made worse teams than my team.
Okay,
I'll
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'm giving you that one.
that's a damn fact for sure.
They definitely have.
So I think.
I'll give you that.
Actually, you know what? Honestly, scratch that. Scratch that.
You're changing your team?
Yes. I just thought of something. I had a revolution. I had a revelation in my head.
Okay.
Honestly, I did this like so last minute, and I'm like, now I'm thinking. I forgot that this is a question. Okay. Okay, honestly, if I had to choose.
Are you changing your whole team?
I'm not changing my whole team. I'm just gonna change out Jeff Hardy.
Oh, thank God.
For
thank God.
The All-American Kurt Angle.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
That's an upgrade.
I completely
that's an upgrade. That's a big upgrade.
That just like I honestly I don't know why I didn't think of Kurt Angle. My man calls me Kurt Angle. I don't know why I didn't think of it.
I'm not gonna ask. Who else?
No, I said I was the only person I'm switching out. I want Edge on my team. I still want Edge on my team.
Okay.
Kenny might come through right now.
So I'm guessing I'm next, right?
My man, what's up?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Let's see what greatest 5-on-5.
Yep.
Wait, give us your favorite Survivor Series match and your all-time 5. Wait, you heard everyone else's 5, right?
Well, I didn't hear everyone else's 5. I think I got in mid conversation, but it really doesn't matter at this point.
Okay, sure.
Favorite Survivor Series match, man, like my favorite 5-on-5.
Yep.
Survivor Series match. Damn. Oh, that's a hard one. All right. I think I'm gonna probably go with the one where the Authority was in. I think it was a couple of years back.
2015. No, 2014.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
wow.
one.
Okay.
Yep, that one. Recent memory. You can call me a prisoner of the moment if you want, but that one is probably my most memorable one.
It's all good.
That's a pretty good choice, actually.
Yeah. It was a great ending too. All right, in my all-time Survivor Series 5-on-5 team, let's go Cena, Brock, Shawn Michaels, Taker, and I think I gotta add somebody for a flex position there. But I don't want to be blasphemous.
If you have to, you have to.
Let's go Edge. Edge is not really known for his Survivor Series, skills or whatever the case may be. But
what? He's like a cockroach. That man will stand.
Exactly. He will not die.
Stand.
He will not die. That's the thing. Like, there are two things that will survive a fucking nuclear, bomb: Edge's career and who else?
And a roach.
Yeah, and a roach. Yeah, that's
how the fuck.
Much. Yep.
Do you want to change your pick? How do you and Tara have Edge on your team?
Because he is the initial, he's like the OG Randy. Like, he did backstabbing before Randy.
Yes. In my defense, I didn't even know Tara had Edge on her team, but that's a good move, Tara.
Like,
okay,
you got a good move
like
on that
motherfucking one. How do you, for surviving, that's the one thing this man knows how to do is survive.
Yes. Yep.
He will
Yep.
backstab everyone on his team, but you know what? He's gonna fuck over everyone on the other team as well.
Yep. He's probably gonna win. Edge,
I got just let you. Okay. I respect everyone's decisions. Kenny, if you didn't know, I took one of your guys in terms of Survivor Series. I think you might laugh at this one as my last guy as the muscle. I got in my team again. It was Austin. It was Rock. It was Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and I got Braun Strowman because
honestly, Braun is a real good move. But switch out Edge. I mean, switch out Randy Orton with Edge, and you got yourself a real squad. That's what I don't.
No, it's all good. Cause I fucks with Randy Orton more than Edge personally. So I got Randy Orton on my team.
Okay.
So like, and cause like every Survivor Series, he's been money. He's been game.
Sure.
You feel me? Yeah, and,
Sure.
and that's why I got him on my team. Right? I can't really say Edge because I haven't seen him enough in Survivor Series. So that's my squad for the folks listening or watching. Richard,
That's
repeat
true,
your squad.
But you know what? One thing before you go, Rich. One thing you know about Edge, right?
Mhm.
Or about Survivor Series matches in general, is that their personality shines out. Okay, so if your personality is surviving, if that's your specialty, you will probably win. Like look at guys like Dolph Ziggler. Like, why do you think they're such a great in-ring, tactician when it comes to Survivor Series match, or maybe Daniel Bryan? It's because they know their way around, man. Like their specialty is literally, making, a lot of shit out of nothing, and that's what it takes to win a Survivor Series.
And that's why Edge was in mine. It's like when you think of surviving, when you think of backstabbing, that's literally like surviving is literally backstabbing. You got to kind of make it what you need to make it.
True, but I can't trust Edge on my own team.
I know, but he will still win.
It's all right. But listen, you can't trust him. Period. You can't. But he'll win. Like you cannot. Like,
all he cares about is winning.
This is right. This is why you can't take anything away from Edge, because
I'm not.
If he's on your team, you'll win. You'll win. Like it's a foregone conclusion. You'll win. It doesn't matter how you do it. Like if he stabs your whole team in the back, right? There's a reason for that. Like Survivor Series matches aren't meant to be pretty. Like you're not gonna stand there and be like, oh yeah, we're a team. We're a well-oiled machine.
BFFs for life.
That's fucking boring. Who the fuck wants that shit? Like that doesn't sell tickets. Dude.
You want that mayhem, that chaos. Exactly. That's what sells.
Thank you.
That's why the 2014 Survivor Series was great, and 2016
was money. Yes,
exactly. That's why they were home runs.
So my team is Lesnar, Shawn Michaels, Rock, Austin, and Triple H.
I will repeat your team.
Yeah, so my team was Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, Cena, and Taker.
Okay. Rich, I feel like you have a little bit more alpha dogs on your team, which means there can't be a one voice, one band kind of thing. So it like a lot of like, how is Undertaker and Steve Austin going to coexist if you have two alpha dogs on that?
I never said Taker.
Oh, you never said Taker?
I did. I did.
Taker. Wait, who has Taker and Austin on their team?
Abba.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, Abba. Like, how do you figure they're both gonna coexist? Because
Richard, I
gotta
never
work
said blasphemy.
together somehow.
What? No, I never said that. No.
Yeah, like, did you think about that, or did you just think, okay, well, super, like, I guess, more star power means, the better chances of you winning? Because I mean, look, with all due respect to most of your lists, I think that's why you have the Edge pick, because Edge can see it from a mile away. Like, he'll know exactly who to backstab, right?
And who to play.
At the perfect point in the match, right? In order for the team to be victorious. Like, think about it. If you have Taker, Edge, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, Edge probably thinks, you know what? I can work better with Taker. So I'm just going to backstab Steve Austin, right? And get him out of here, because all three of us can't coexist, right? That's what you need. Okay, and I'm sorry to school y'all niggas on a
I don't know. I
on
don't
a
know.
Saturday afternoon, man.
Well,
But
first of all, th- there's nothing wrong with my list, in my opinion, because like
oh, for real?
I don't think there's anything wrong with my team personally,
Mm,
because
okay.
I got Rock Austin,
Okay.
Michaels,
So
Orton,
let me stop you
and
right there. Let me stop you right
Braun
there.
Strowman.
See, that's the problem with your list. You got Rock and Austin. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. See, we just talked about their rivalry.
Yeah, we did.
You for one second think Prime Austin and Prime Rock coexist in a Survivor Series match.
Well. Technically,
That's
it's
what
like this.
I was thinking too, but then I was like,
Wait. First of all, I've seen them and multiple times when they've been a tag team together, and they're a solid team.
Yeah.
They've been a very solid team.
But
Okay. In terms of egos, in terms of the team itself, they would not get in each other's way.
Bullshit.
They won't. That's not bullshit. That's not.
You know why? You know why? Because there's a difference. See, this is what you don't understand, man. But I'm gonna tell you again. There's a difference between a tag team match and a Survivor Series elimination. Like, dude, the writing is on the wall, man. Like, it's not rocket science. You've been watching this shit as long as you've been alive, bro.
Bro, in terms of them being in a team, even if it was Survivor Series, I'm telling you, they will not get in each other's way.
Oh my God.
They won't. They won't. My team is
I can't. Right. Okay. Yeah. Sure. That's like saying. I don't know. Shit. That's like saying Prime Cena and Prime Edge won't get in each other's way, dude. I can't, man. I can't even with you, man. I can't even with you. The denial is real on that part. Like that's epic denial right there. And you claim this to be the greatest rivalry of all time, but you can't even.
Greatest rivalry of all time.
You can't even admit that they have their indifferences and they will fail to coexist in a Survivor Series elimination match. I can't believe it. But hey, carry on.
From a team dynamic, they will not get in each other's way.
They will.
No, they won't.
They will because let me tell you something. What you know about Survivor Series elimination matches, right? Is that the truth always comes to the light. No matter who it is, the truth always ends up coming to light. Doesn't matter. If you think you could coexist in an elimination match, some shit will go down, right? And your true colors will show. If you have too many alpha dogs on one team, somebody got to get the win, right? So it's not that you can't have alpha dogs, it's that the personalities, right? The personalities has to be enough that, you know, they need to be put it. That's why you have a guy like Cena on your team. Cena, yes, he's an alpha dog, but
he's not, man.
Right, exactly. He's not egotistical. Like, he doesn't care if he gets the last pin in a Survivor Series elimination match or not. He's selfless, right? You got to think about all that shit. You can't you can't tell me.
See, that's what I was thinking, but then everyone is throwing out their greatest hits. So I was like, all right, let me do the same.
Right, like, no, but you have to really look at it from the
I'm
survival.
going to say my list.
What are the greatest chances you have to survive?
I'm going to say my list, and you'll probably get fibromyalgia, but I'm going to loop it in for you.
Okay.
I changed mine because I decided this is it.
Kenny, she had Jeff Hardy in her list.
I did, but you know what? Let me tell you why it doesn't even matter. Okay.
Now, because you changed it.
No. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have Stone Cold, Rock, Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Edge. Now, you know why it doesn't even matter? Why I chose? You want to know why? It's because what we said earlier about Edge. He's gonna win either way.
Yep.
He's gonna be.
Yep.
He's gonna be. He's still gonna come out victorious. So it doesn't matter who the fuck is on the team, because you know why?
Exactly.
He's going to be number uno when all is said and done.
And
so pretty much he's your X factor for both your teams.
Yes.
Well, not only is he the X factor, but he's the leader. He's like that guy's the leader.
He's the secret leader. He does it.
Yes, because
That's what I like about him, is that like, and there was a match where he actually did that, and he was mad that he didn't get the captain position,
yo,
and like
Right.
he
Yeah.
played the whole team. Like he
Yep.
secretly like talked shit about everyone to everyone in the team, and then was secretly pulling the strings, and that's what made the
guys,
match so
guys,
fucking.
do you know, right, that Edge is the most qualified to actually be in a Survivor Series elimination match? And I don't even need to tell y'all what his resume is, but since y'all forgot, I'm gonna remind y'all. One of the greatest tag team champions in the history of wrestling, period. Period. If that doesn't get you in, right? I don't know what else is it that you guys are smoking. Arguably, he had a better team than the Hardys. And we can all
Arguably,
attest to
yes,
that.
yes. We
Okay.
that's a very good debate.
Yeah.
Okay. And one could surmise that his team was actually well oiled, much more, better in terms of their consistency, at least, right?
Okay.
So, listen, guys, it ain't rocket science. What you know about wrestling, right? Put it to the test. If you don't have Edge in your Survivor, like his team with not only Christian, but his tag team wins with Rey Mysterio too. That was even much more better than anything The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin did as tag teams. Come on, bro.
No, I'd agree with
Stop.
that for sure.
Stop. Come on, Ricardo.
He's
not budging. He's not
I'm
budging.
giving you solid,
the thing that makes him so great is just that, and this is why I think he is better than Randy Orton, because Randy Orton you can look at and you already know that like he is what he is. But like Edge, what I like about him is he plays you. He makes you seem like you guys are friends.
The
and then
tactician, man.
Is right. He takes the opportunity to turn against you and say, I don't give a shit. It's about this.
Yep.
Okay.
When have you ever came across a moment that Edge is known as the ultimate opportunist? The ultimate opportunist.
I like how Kenny got on me for having Rock and Austin in the same team, while Tara also had Rock and Austin.
Yeah, she had Edge too. Okay.
Yeah. I got Orton.
But that's
why.
So
everybody else canceled out pretty much.
That's why
I got Orton. There's nothing wrong with
that.
it.
He's the last one standing. You know he's going to be last man standing.
Let me. But hold up. See, Tara also brought up a very important person too that she also has on her team. And that's Kurt Angle. Okay. Kurt is another, much like Cena himself. Kurt is another selfless. Kurt is like he's another selfless guy. Okay.
And if you think about manpower, Kurt Angle is one of the strongest people or wrestlers that is around. He's wrestled all of those people.
Pound for pound.
I got Shawn Michaels on my team.
He ain't as strong as Kurt Angle. Listen,
I'm not saying he's strong. Too. I'm not saying he's strong.
Yo, listen. I have Michaels on my team too, but no offense to Shawn, he's gonna be one of the first persons to be eliminated.
Oh, whoa!
Straight up.
I would not say that.
Straight up.
I would not say that.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Have you seen what he's done? Wait. Have you seen what Shawn Michaels done in some past Survivor Series matches?
Look,
that nigga could eliminate three. That nigga could eliminate three niggas straight.
I'm sure he can. But get this.
He's not going
up against
regular
Braun
people.
Strowman, right? He's going up against your team. Like if he goes up against your team, Shawn is easily one of the first guys eliminated. Come on, man.
You think that kick is gonna take out Braun?
No, it's not enough.
Of course not, because it's my team.
Right, exactly. He's facing monsters, bro. He's facing monsters.
John Cena isn't an easy pin. Freaking Kurt ain't an easy pin.
Right.
Oh, no, and Triple H, like Triple H isn't even that much of an easy pin for him either. They've gone tit for tat so many times, and Triple H has always been more dominant.
I think personally, based on all of our teams, no one's an easy pin. Personally, I don't think anyone's an easy pin. In terms of that,
somebody has to be an easy pin because this is a Survivor Series elimination match versus battle, right? which means
Yes.
somebody has to lose. You know, like in normal circumstances, right? You know, you usually have guys like Baron Corbin and Sheamus and Cesaro and, you know, Dolph Ziggler in these matches. So, you know, some of those guys might be an easy pin, but since you don't have that, like this is an all-star, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So somebody has to lose, right? And somebody's going to be an easy pin. It's just that
All
simple.
right. If you want to say Shawn Michaels, you could say Shawn Michaels, but I would. Okay, so who'll be the hardest pin for you, team? Like if I fought like your team, Kenny.
Edge.
No,
Edge
no.
would be the hardest pin.
For you?
Yeah. Edge would be the
Okay.
like
He
he'd be the hardest
plays,
pin.
and the thing
Yes.
is, I don't know if you ever
Okay.
realized, like, there were matches where he was, even if he was like in a tag team, he would, like, if they were about to like freaking pin him, he would like tag his partner, and even if they were
Yep.
trying to get the pin, it was technicality, they didn't get the pin because he wasn't it. He wasn't the
Right.
he wasn't the legal pin.
Okay, so
Exactly.
basically based off his mischievous
Yeah.
his mischievous ways, it'll be a hard pin. All right, but
Yep.
let me ask you,
And that's why
who's taking
honestly,
on my guy?
What guy?
Who's taking on Braun Strowman for me?
Kurt, easily.
Good luck.
Dude,
Good luck
all
with
of them
that.
can hit their finishers on as a collective unit.
It would
on-
take three
on Venom.
guys. It would take
And
three
it's
guys.
happened. It's happened before.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
it
of
can
course.
take 3 guys.
Of course.
It can take 3 guys, but guess
Yeah.
what? When they pin Braun Strowman, right? They still have 3 guys. So it's okay. It's all right.
All right,
If it takes
but
3 guys,
I think for everyone's
Take
team
three
is
guys.
solid. I think everyone's team is solid and stuff like that. I had raised eyebrows, but it's all good. This was a fun.
you got
talk.
too many alpha dogs on your team, man. There's nothing
And then
there's nothing stopping Rocky from freaking, you know,
All
uh,
I'm saying
rock
is, you know
bottom
what?
in this guy.
You know what makes
Everyone
Edge
has
so
Rock in their
great?
team.
You know what makes Edge so great, though?
Okay, now it became an Edge love fest.
No, you
What
want
else?
to know,
What
though?
else?
What
Oh,
he
Slop
will
is just
not
denying
only
greatness.
play his team, he will play the other team as well.
You said
Uh-huh.
that 3 times.
I know.
We know.
I
We know
freaking
that.
know. Like, that's the thing. But that's what makes it like the easiest win. Like,
He's the
they
ultimate
will literally.
cheese.
They will literally be up against him, and he will play them, and they would just fucking be like at odds, and he would get the easiest win.
Oh please! Oh sweet shit! His
Also,
I'll
what
show
I-
You don't think Edge would you know cause some friction between Stone Cold and The Rock? Like if you don't think that, you must be smoking something, bro.
No, I'm
Hell yeah.
not saying that.
Hell yeah,
And
he
that's
would
why-
do something
and
like
that's
that.
why
I'm not
see,
saying that. No.
Ricardo, honestly, that's why your team is easily dissectable, because once Edge figures out the friction between, you know, Rock and Stone Cold, it's a wrap for you, because that's your foundation right there.
You said
That's
easy.
your like it's easily brought up. You disagree. You can disagree all you want, but you can't.
You cannot. Well,
And
I got.
honestly,
Hold on.
You
Whoa,
cannot
whoa, whoa.
debate that there's
Braun
friction.
I got.
Strowman is very palatable too. Like, honestly, Edge can honestly pick on his mind and make him seem
Yep.
like they're
Well,
friends.
you guys
Yep.
act like. Well, you guys
He's
act like
wrong.
Shawn Michaels.
He's
He
Well,
can
you
have him
guys
get
act.
counted
Whoa,
out
whoa,
for all
whoa,
we
whoa,
know.
whoa, whoa.
That's how.
Act like
No
Randy
brains.
that, or Shawn Michaels can't do that. To y'all team.
Please.
Shawn
Exactly.
Michaels is nowhere near Edge's level of
We're not talking
deceitful.
about comparing levels. We're not talking
Of
about that.
deceitfulness. Yeah, but and that's why Sean is easily like you can easily take him out, right? If Stone Cold is not on the same you know wavelength with The Rock, right? Which he won't be, because you have a mastermind like Edge playing to that advantage. If you right, like if we destroy that, Sean is left by himself, right? Sean can't trust Randy. Sean cannot trust Randy Orton, right? They have history too. So guess what?
Orton
He's
and
gonna
Cena
cause
couldn't
friction
trust each
between
other, but they got into the team.
I'm sorry?
Wait,
They're
can I
right.
want to add something. I want to add something to Kenny's
sorry?
point. I want to add something to Kenny's point about Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton. You have to also remember the fact that for Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, didn't Randy Orton first start with Shawn Michaels to become the Legend Killer? So that's the tension between that right there.
That was ages ago.
But that plays it. No, but that plays in, and look what.
Okay, you want to know why Edge had to play the old man this time around with Randy? You want to know why?
Evolution. That's why.
Evolution, but it's also the fact you cannot put the man that is literally known for being an opportunist against Randy Orton. Like,
Yep.
there is just no competition with Edge. Edge set another level for opportunist. That's why
Well-
Randy Orton can be legend killer, but he's not opportunist.
Yeah, but
He's
I
not
got a guy in Randy.
opportunistic.
I got a guy in Randy Orton that knows Edge, and that's why I got him on my team.
No. Edge was
Yes.
still Edge, the opportunist, who does not give a shit about anything.
Okay, and
That's
Rated
what
R-
makes him
you,
so
y'all
great.
forgot about wait, do y'all forgot that they were in Rated RKO, one of Kenny's all-time favorite teams? You serious?
were.
I know,
But guess
but
what?
he will
But guess
still
what?
play
But
Edge
guess what?
like a.
What do you But what do you think? Who do you think benefited most from that team? Because by far it was Edge.
Okay.
Edge was the master. Like Edge is the mastermind. Like Edge is a lot more smarter than Randy. Call it
For
what
sure.
you want, but you can see that. And there's no way.
Yes.
Like if you're telling me, if Edge is the captain of his team, and Randy's the captain of his team, there's no like. It almost have to be a fucking miracle that Randy pulls out a victory against Edge.
Even if you look at Rated RKO, it was kind of like an Edge and Christian thing. Like, Christian's great, but Edge just drowns you out.
Yep.
You just already know who everyone is there to see. It's mainly
guess.
Edge. That man is like, he is the definition of backstabber, charisma. Like, he can do heel and face at the same time, and you're just not bored because of who he is.
Exactly. And Orton as a babyface has been pretty hit or miss.
Like, you can. That's why I'm like, with Edge, you really cannot go wrong because this man is a cockroach. He is a fine-looking cockroach, but that's neither
Yeah,
here
he
nor
is. So before we put the cap on this whole discussion of each of our dream Survivor Series teams, let's do the rundown again. Richard, who was your team again?
Lesnar, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Austin, and Rock. And
Ricardo?
sorry to as you guys were talking, I posted on the Instagram page a post in honor of Survivor Series weekend. Comment down below on your own Survivor Series team and who would be team captain.
That's
Okay.
what's up. I like
That's
that.
a good idea.
My team is Austin, Rock, Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman.
Tara?
My team is Stone Cold, Rock, Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Edge.
Kenny?
All right. I have Edge, Cena, and I forgot the rest.
That's all he was focused on, like extensively up to
Yeah,
this
that's
point.
all you need is Edge.
I'm sorry, but yeah, it doesn't really matter who I have on my team. My team is gonna win. You know, I
Edge is on
like.
there, right?
Yep, because Edge is on there, man. It's a wrap. It's over.
Okay. And my team is Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, Cena, and Undertaker. But you know what? Damn it, guys. Tara and Kenny, I'm looking at. You guys convinced me. Fuck, I can't not have Edge on my team. So you know what? I'm going to swap out. I loved it, guys. Your logic made perfect sense. It really did. I didn't really think of it when I was formulating my own list. So you know what? I'm going to swap out Taker for Edge.
There we go.
That's
There we
right.
go.
I'm
Yep.
telling
I
you,
think you have a
will
much more solid team like that, man. No
Mhm.
disrespect to Taker, but you know,
Of course,
Edge
Edge
yeah.
is just going
like-
to make you live.
Nigga, you only
Yep.
got 3 guys on your squad, Kenny.
that's all
Oh,
I need,
stop.
bro.
Nigga,
All you
please.
need is Edge.
Nigga, please.
He's probably right. Yeah, that's all he needs. Edge is
Yeah,
the cheat
okay.
code right here.
Yep.
Yep,
Ultimate
there you
cheat
go.
code.
So that was our discussion on our own teams for Survivor Series, the ideal Survivor Series teams for each of us. And with that, we're gonna end it for this week. Hope you all enjoyed episode 45 of Wrestling Hypothesis. Big thank you to Tara and the King over there for finally being able to join us eventually, at least for the best discussion. So
we
be sure
love
to
you.
Yeah, you're lying. Anyways, be sure to follow us on Facebook or Instagram for any updates on the show, as well as on news reports on wrestling that you can find out through us on those social media accounts. We will be back sometime in the week for, well, probably so, for another edition of Wrestling Hypothesis Extra. That'll be episode 16. So until then, enjoy Survivor Series, guys, and take care.
Take care.
Later.
What's up, Girl Scouts?